Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shutdoor or Door Shutter, coming back to you with another episode of the T.A.C. SMP. And today, I was going to mess around with shulkers, and then I was informed that shulkers actually don't drop the gold or mythic tier god pearls or mythic tier shulker shells when actually spawned in through an apotheosis spawner. So I was disappointed for that fact because I had this whole thing planned out, and yeah, that didn't work. I even built it myself to make sure, and yeah, that didn't pan out. So I would love to do something in the future with, of course, getting shulker shells. I think this would be cool, especially because they give you potions of resistance. There's a few other things you can use them for as well. So, things to look at maybe in the future. The next thing I want to work on is actually automating power. And I'm going to do this with thermal. But we're going to kind of do this a little bit differently. So I've got an area down here. And my plan is to automate the Gourmand Dynamo or Gourmand Dynamo and use golden carrots to do so, right? Because we have the ability to automate both carrot production and also gold production. So what I want to have down here, and I'm going to actually kind of knock out this little piece so we don't have to worry about going down a hole every time, is we're going to do, let's see, so we'll have our gold chickens here, right? And then we can have botany pot, botany pot, botany pot, and that way we have gold nuggets, by the way, coming out because they don't produce gold ingots, they produce gold nuggets. And a golden carrot is requiring 8 golden nuggets and a carrot to actually become a golden carrot. So we'll have like a sequential fabricator here. I think what I want to do is drawer here, and then drawer here, sequential fabricator here, okay? And then we can have that go under the Gourmand Dynamos. So we'll probably do, man, we could do roughly 9 of them. Right now, see where our power system goes, right? Remember, dynamos really aren't that efficient, and I would love to get into the Sistine dynamos, but I do not know how to make steam. Like if there's a way to make steam for that mod or what. So I need to look at that a little bit further, but I think this is our general idea, because if we add steam to the mix, by the way, we will actually get better production. That's what the Steam ones are. So keep that in mind. What in the world? You can see their feet through the thing. That is funny. Okay. But yeah, and then we could expand if we need to. We can just kind of go out this direction and add more, which I might just add a whole bunch in the first place so we don't have to worry about that. But we do have to remember we are only using one sequential fabricator, and we might need to add more botany pots, which, I mean, if we need to, we could actually designate this area and just do 9 of these botany pots, and then have a drawer or a item pipe system down here, so that way we just pump out the carrots, which I think is probably a better bet than what we were thinking originally. So I think there's some things to get. I'm going to try and figure out the steam dynamos and see if I can actually produce steam with them, but we'll see. I'll be back. Alrighty, so let's get into this. So one of the things I want to grab real quick before we get started is some universal pipes. This will actually just kind of help us get a little bit more done here. We're actually going to take out this pipe system. Ooh, dang it. That's okay. We'll place them back. So what we want to make sure we don't do is vein mine this again. I kind of forget, even though they're not connected, they're so close together that they will do that. But yeah, that's a problem. Anyway, we've got all the carrots. We've got all of the gold stuff set up. So we are currently cruising here. We just need to get everything else set up again. So universal pipes. Where did I just... Okay, right here. The reason I want to use these is so I can actually input items and input water into the bottom of these boilers, the Gourmand boilers, because we're going to be using those to produce steam, and then we'll use the steam dynamo to actually produce power. So we're going to actually set the steam dynamos here. Oop, nope, I want them facing this way. There we go. Okay. And then I think... Ooh, how do I want to do this? I guess I could have them come down and kind of just loop, right? And then have... I would assume fluid pipes. I would assume the actual steam is considered a fluid. Though I have no idea if that's correct. We'll see. Okay. So we're going to place our Gourmand boilers. Of course, we're going to have to rotate some of them probably. Okay. And then we want to grab a sink. The best infinite water source in the entire game, of course. Oh, we need terracotta. Alrighty, so now let's place this sink down here. Place this, do that. And that should start pulling water, okay? And then here, of course, we want to actually get power. One of the problems is the wireless charging. So let's turn this off on both sides here. I hope I need to apply it. So off, apply, and then I think here, okay. So we should have no wireless charging, which means that this should start working. Fantastic. And we should be able to keep up on carrot production, I hope. It looks like we're cruising through carrots here. Okay. So what should be happening now is we are producing steam. And what I want to do, and the reason I don't want to just put the steam or the fluid pipes here and run them over here is because we want to pull out of the top for energy. So we're going to try and not make this too complicated. So we're going to go fluid, fluid, fluid. Just kind of go around there. And then come off here. Okay. And then run the fluid pipe in this direction. Alright, just like that. I made that actually a little too far out that way, but that's alright. Okay. And we should be able to do here is simply just right click to extract the fluid. Oop. Okay. And then do this. Do that. Make sure we're just immediately pulling all the fluid. Okay. So that should be good, right? And then here we also quickly want to make sure that we have round robin. So this round robin. Okay. And then here as well, make sure we've got fluid coming out as fast as we can get it. Okay. So these should be working. Perfect. You can see that they are. And I'm kind of hoping that this is actually too much steam. So we actually kind of get a backlog, which it looks like is what's happening right now, which is fantastic. And sooner or later, we should get a backlog of golden carrots. But now what we should be able to do as well is grab a flux plug. So this right here. Need a couple more flux cores. Just because I don't really feel like... we're going to tear down this whole power system. That's one of the goals. So we're going to place the flux plug here. We're then going to grab some pipes, energy pipes. Place that here, here, and here. And then here, here, and here with an advanced upgrade on all of those. Okay? And of course, we'll do shut doors network. And then bypass all the limits. Fantastic. Okay? So this is firing. It's fantastic. Of course, we could probably get some integral components here sooner or later. But yeah, it looks like we are backlogging on Steam. The other thing I want to do is actually run 3 more Steam dynamos. I guess we can quickly craft them. They aren't that expensive. They do require Envar. I think that's the most expensive material. Maybe besides bronze, I guess, if you don't have a lot of copper. Or tin. So, and tin's not a renewable resource, and also the nickel is not either. So keep that in mind. All right, so we got 3 more steam dynamos. Fantastic. And then, of course, we want to just grab another flux plug because I'm not going to run a whole bunch of cables across there. So flux plug. We'll grab another flux block. And then grab flux cores. All right, flux plug. Fantastic. And then, of course, just kind of repeat. Crescent hammer. All of the shenanigans. And we should see what happens because I hope we actually should just have an overflow of steam. Of course, immediately it's going to run out on almost every one of these because there is, a new request for more. And then here, of course, we can do shut doors network, bypass all the limits, and that should be good. So now, if we activate wireless charging, okay, we should see that we still are gaining actual charge, right? So we're not actually doing anything. But if we activate our jetpack here, you can see that this is actually still gaining. So that is fantastic. All right. My voice just cracked so hard right there, but that's all right. But now I would want to get integral components, make sure that we make this stuff as efficient as possible. I'm not even sure which actual augments these can accept. But you can see that we do produce a whole bunch of steam. So I'm assuming either these use dynamo augments, which would make a little bit of sense. Let's see. So a dynamo augment. We've got the auxiliary reaction chamber, which just outputs max. What is that? Yeah, increases maximum output. We also have increases fuel efficiency. So I would actually want to try this one, but we need to get signalum, which requires silver, or this one, which requires, I believe, just glowstone and something else, right? Silver. Okay, so we're kind of in that boat. We need to get more resources, but I think for right now, this will hold for a little while. Oh, maybe. Maybe it will. We might also want to add laser IO here instead of doing this because we're going to run into that issue where if the carrots completely run out for some reason, the whole system's going to mess up. So actually, let's quickly switch gears to laser IO. All we need is 2 laser nodes. So let's actually grab these raw logic chips, toss these in here. All right, so let's grab 2 laser connectors. Let's toss these logic chips in here first. 2 of these, and then we're going to grab 2 laser nodes, which require glass panes. Glass panes right here. Let's grab a couple stacks of these. Fantastic. All right, and then, of course, 2 laser nodes. And then we also want, at laser IO, we want a laser wrench. We also want some card overclockers. I believe 8 of these. I have more logic processing things still going over here, so we're logic chips. Man, I couldn't remember the name for a second there. But yeah, let's grab 8 of those, and then let's also grab some basic filters to then make into counting filters, which we need an observer for. And then we should be able to make this 1, 2, perfect. And then we also do need, it looks like two item cards per. So we're gonna need 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and I could grab a card holder, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. All right, so what we'll want to do then is quickly deposit one thing so I can actually shift stuff around. So we're gonna grab the drawer and put that there. Take this drawer, put this here, get rid of this item pipe. And we're going to place down laser IO, get rid of that connection. So item card, extract, card overclockers. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna not put this one in here yet, but that's the settings we're gonna be using. Okay. And then item card, We want counting filter. We're going to take a stack of gold nuggets. I'm actually going to take a stack of carrots out of here too real quick. And then put the gold nuggets here. So we only want 64 coming in here. So item card extract. So you should see there's a stack of gold nuggets. And we're going to do the same thing here, but we're going to do the reverse a little bit here. Counting, carrots, item card, extract, card overclocker, change the amounts. Make sure I change them all properly over here. Okay. But that should keep 64 of each item actually in here, right? So that's a good thing. Now we have the ability to keep and know that there will never be an underflow or overflow no matter what. So if we run out of carrots, we should be fine, right? But we probably should make a better carrot farm. Oh, carrots, carrots, carrots. All right. How are we looking? I mean, I think we're almost full on golden carrots, right? So I think we should be fine for right now until we actually want to get better augments for these. Okay. So let's go for this. Right? And then this can actually just be switched over to a flux point. Hold on. Let me clear out the inventory a little bit here. So we've got the flux plug. I guess I could have moved this one instead of adding a new one. But let's grab the entangle block here. And I think I just want to quickly set this here. We shouldn't have any item connections. And then I think what we can do is just flux point this. Oh, I don't have access to the system, so hold on. I need to do this for a second. Okay. And then grab a flux point. Alrighty. And then, of course, now we can move this, which we can probably... I want this right here. Yes, we could run pipes, but I'm okay without that. So that clears up all of this line, basically. Of course, we'll need to replace this because this is our materials. But before we do breaking, let's make sure we actually have enough cables to run and replace these exporters. All right. And then I think we could actually remove this stuff just for a little bit here. So we're going to place the... I don't want to actually place that there. Oh, let me get rid of these blocks of coal. So flux networks, because I just threw something away that we need. The flux controller. All right, so I might put more steam dynamos here and over here, so I don't want to change this area. So let's just throw it in the wall behind here, I guess. That doesn't sound terrible. So we could do the flux storage, flux controller, and I think that looks good. So let's patch this up a little bit. At block carpentry, we should have trap doors. Yeah, this right here. And then I think I want to come in. We could just say, is this the middle of the room? I think it is. Okay. And then we can grab our planks that we threw into our backpack. Or did we throw those into our backpack? I don't know. We'll probably find them later. Oop. And then, of course, now we have access to this room, which is fantastic. All right. Let's make a wither kill box. So we're going to look at wither-proof things. So tinted glass is usually a good option. Okay. And we're going to go out here. Let's see. So I think what we can do is we can just throw it over here for right now. I'm not really worried about claim. So let's just kind of put this right here. Now let's put it in the ground. So let's put this in the ground here. And we need to go down that many blocks. Of course, this is not going to be... This is basically where the wither's going to stand. This is not the walls. So we're going to have to go out 1, 2... Because, of course, double walling this is important, as I always say, because if you do not double wall it, you will have the wither either come out of the box, and, you know, that's never a fun thing, and kind of defeats the purpose of making the box entirely. So, double wall it, so you don't have to worry about cleanup. I mean, you might have to patch up the area a little bit, because they can blow, you know, their blast radius is not just you know, decreased to nothing whenever it hits the actual witherproof blocks. So keep that in mind. All right. And then, of course, if you lay your first layer down, we can use a construction one to come in here and then just build this much, much quicker, or building gadget, whichever one you're using right now. I definitely need to get a building gadget. I just haven't done that yet, so, you know. All right, so let's grab a construction wand. Also, I don't think I mentioned it, but we did get a sale at the chicken farm. I did pick that up. That's where that 1610 that's in my inventory came from. So that's pretty cool. We are making a little bit of 10 profit off of that, which is great. And I'm pretty sure I used a lot of that for the bronze that we've made for the Steam dynamos, which is all right. I think I used it for the Steam dynamos, most of it. So it's quite a bit of 10, honestly, for the to make bronze. But I think it's 1 per 3. But still, I don't have a lot of 10, so it's a lot of 10 for me. Okay, so we want to make sure we have 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then we're going to go up 1. Oh, I ran out of tinted glass. Let's see. Can we make more? Also, with power generation, we want to make sure that sooner or later we can actually run the refined storage infinity booster. So hopefully we'll actually have enough power for that in the future, because I don't think we have it right now, but you know, in the future. Nope, that is wrong. All right, so let's get rid of this. Okay, fly up here, do that. Okay, so now we should be good. Soul sand. And we don't have soul sand chicken set up, by the way. And then wither skeleton skulls. So we are actually going to take out 2 withers, but not during this episode. We're just going to do 1. I'm going to do the other one off camera. But we should be able to quickly claim this chunk, just so that way we do not have any environmental destruction. And let's plop this guy down and see what happens. So we do have a loot pinata sword. I never talked about the armor. Everything is enchanted and everything has got you know, different rarity. The tools actually have purple rarity, and the reason that is because the what do you call it? The rarer tiers actually are not that great. They genuinely kind of make it worse. They give you like a 5x6 area or 5x3 area. And so we've got our first nether star. And the reason we do want nether stars, of course, is to get into angel rings. And it looks like to get into this reinforced one from the hardened variant, you do need nether stars. So you need nether stars every time. Okay. So we're going to need a lot of nether stars. And it looks like I took a good time to kill the wither, because we actually have Corail Tombstones, which gives us a reward, which actually gave us Curse of Bones, chance to apply Bone Shield when hit. Okay, I have no idea what that means, but that's all right. We also have Ancient Scroll of Allure. What is our T-bind for Corail Tombstone? I don't know that. Is that a thing I can do? So this is our grave. We can actually configure. That's interesting. I kind of forgot you can do this. Different effects? Huh. Hasn't died yet, but will soon. Oof. Can you actually alter the text on this? No. Okay. Die classy. Oh, we got another reward. Essence. Oh, so we got a crafting ingredient. Yeah, I don't really know a whole lot about Corail Tombstones, but we'll have to look at it. So the other thing that I didn't show you guys when before we, just kind of things I'm remembering last minute, right? So if we look at um, endurance, I think no, at Apotheosis Gym. If we look here, I've got this Ender Surge Gem, which actually gives you +1 on all existing enchantments. I have another variation of this one, so it's Ender Surge, but it gives me 2 levels. So I can max out the enchants on something, and then get 2 more levels of the said enchant. So, for example, I could have Blast Protection on my chest plate, right? And I could have that to 10, which I think, is it 10? I don't even remember. Blast Protection. So it is 9, but you can get the tome, I think. Ancient tome. Is there an ancient tome? Do we have a tome for blast protection? I would think we do. Okay, it doesn't look like we actually do. So that's not a good example. But like thorns, for example, here. So we could get thorns up to 6, and then add the Ender Surge gem, and then go up to 8, which would actually be pretty decent because every time you increment the level of that, it does more and more damage. Of course, having mending and everything like that and unbreaking is definitely going to be useful. But let's quickly. Okay, so with this, um, we have different alignments and stuff. I don't know fully what this is. Die in a tombstone, decorative grave, combination, magic items, enchantments, prayer, knowledge of death. The knowledge of death is a list of unlockable perks by progressing in various ways. With the whatever in the world that word is of prey, by completing the advancements of tombstone, by enchanting items with decorative graves, by releasing soul from his soul receptacle. Okay. So let's go back to that. So what do we got? So you can't do necromancy unless you go to the dark side. Alchemist improve potions. Concentration improves incantation with magic items. Improves grave key. Okay, I don't know what that means. Retains experience on death, 50% of experience to 60. Okay. Improves tablets and scrolls. I have no idea what that means. Improves voodoo poppet. Increases the chance of finding special items. I don't know what that means. Chance on the undead. Chance to get structures with lost tablets. Okay. Improves stealth speed and reduces range detection. Improves books. +2 enchantments extracted. +3 enchantments extracted. Wait, there's like extractions? Hold on. How in the world do you even extract enchantments? What is this talking about? Combine in inventory. So there's like tablets of recall, tablet of home, tablet of what is that? Cupidity. Okay. I got these different ancient scrolls. All your nearby allies will benefit from magical effects. Hold right click to cast the spell. Effect added by Britannia. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. Sounds about right, right? Oh, there's books of disenchantment. Can strip some enchantments from an item and return them as books. Right click on a grave soul with this book and on the offhand enchant that item's main hand. Okay. That's interesting. Alright, so what would we want? There's an exorcism thing. So I think I'm going to go for this one. And then I think I'm going to go with... this one. And then I think another one on that one. But I've been working on this enchantment hut. That's what this area is going to be. We're going to have the enchantment table in the center here. And I think I might want to pull this back one more block just to kind of give a little bit of a balance. Where did that go? Oh, it's in my inventory. It just didn't appear for a second. So the bookshelves are going to start here. So the enchantment table's here. So we've got 2 blocks around, 2 blocks around. And then we're going to probably put our Apotheosis stuff in here in the future. So Apotheosis' enchantment system. Why do I want this? Well, because I haven't been able to get a whole lot of the enchantments that I've been really looking for on my tools, and this is actually one of the better ways to do it. But we're going to need a few things. First things first, we're going to need a lot more dragon heads. And that is a thing. I only have 4. And I need to remember how much I actually need. So let me be right back. So what we need to look at with Apotheosis is there is a lot of different shelves, okay? And why there are a lot of different shelves, of course, if you saw the enchanting table we just took a peek at here, you can see that there is a ton of different stats, right? We've got the Eternia, the Quanta, the Arcana, but if we look up here, you can see there's Rectification and Enchanting Clues. So basically, what we need to do is we need to create a setup that gives you basically 100% on everything. And what we need to get first is the infused hell shelf. The reason we need to get this is so we can actually get up to, I believe, oh, it's not this one. We actually need this to get to what is called a library, which will be super, super useful. And then, of course, this enchantment library needs 4 infused hell shelves, while this needs a 100 infusion for Eternia, 100, and then for Quanta, 45 to 50, and then Arcania. So we need to get this to this, and then that would be the best thing to get. So let's quickly take a peek at shelves again. So let's get started with this. So the best thing to do originally, I remember, is getting the hell shelves, which requires bottles of regeneration. So I decided to actually take a few seconds to loot some end cities. And I just found the temp pad, ladies and gentlemen. The best temp pad in the game with no cooldown whatsoever. But we will have to set the new locations over here. But I've been looking for this, and also I'm looking for a Ring of Ascension flight, which are, these 2 items are very, very, very rare. And that is like an understatement. You can see I've just traveled to this one. I've been here, I've been here, I've been here. I've kind of just flown around. I've been there. Yeah, I've been to a lot of different structures trying to discover one of these. And since we've finally done it, this is fantastic. Also, I've just got a lot, and I mean a lot, of shulker shells. But yeah, we're cruising on dragon heads here as well. That is something we also need for Apotheosis, so I kind of just decided to take out 2 birds with 1 stone, trying to locate this stuff. I think I'm going to keep looting, attempting to find at least one Ring of Flight. So I've just kind of set up a little simplified brewing automation just to go from awkward potions to regeneration potions. And now we have a ton of regen potions. So we're going to take a handful of these and start getting some hell shelves. So hell shelf is actually what we need. Okay. And we should have everything to make a handful of these. Looks like we might need some more nether brick. But I don't think we need a whole lot of these, because now we just need to infuse these, which we need to have Eternia to 22.5 to 50. And then 30% quant. Okay, so I've been doing some things and stuff off camera. This is not complete, but it is a work in progress. Right now I'm just kind of waiting on getting bricks. And this is not going to be the final texture, by the way. I'm going to crack some bricks and, kind of change up the texture a little bit here. And I don't really like this garage door because I can't automatically open it with redstone or anything. but this is the best way because I have Apotheosis bosses, you know, so I want to make sure I'm protected when I'm in here. But this is going to be where we're gonna be doing automation, and I want to get this set up soon because I want to be able to start smelting stuff quicker, start getting, you know, mechanism machines. I know I said I want to get into Ars Nueva, but the biggest thing is right now I need to get better crafting and stuff going because at the end of the day, I am struggling with trying to craft a whole bunch of stuff every so often. So, and also we need to really get technology so we can get more ores, more ore production and stuff going too. So, all right, we have hell shelf. So we can infuse this to what is it called? The infused hell shelf. And then we can, of course, get 4 of those to get an enchantment library. So let's go for that. So we can just shift-click these in and out. Okay. And I'm going to grab just every one of them I have here. So this gives you infusion, or so Quanta and Eternia. So 1.75% Quanta and 1.75 Eternia. So this would actually be a little bit better than these, which is a good thing. So what we want to do is I do want to grab a library real quick here. Let's see. So use, I want to grab this, but we need several ender chests. And the reason I want to grab a library is actually so I can get all these enchanted books out of my system too. So I'm not really, this is not going to be like a waste, but we also want to get up towards getting the Library of Alexandria because that is a fantastic thing to get. So I'm going to place this in this corner here. And what we can do is we can grab our enchanted books. Enchanted. And we've got a lot of them, right? So we can actually just quickly toss these in here. So basically what this does is it takes every enchant off of those books and puts them in here. So you can, of course, then take out, for example, efficiency. If I wanted to get efficiency 5, I can hold shift and pull this out, okay? And then that means I can go then take that to a tool and apply it. But if I'm looking for, man, what can go on a sword, I can put it in the item filter and this will give me all of the sword enchants. So for example, Unbreaking, if I don't have Unbreaking on this, which I actually don't, this would not be a bad idea. So for example, my shovel, if I were to go in here, I could look and I could grab, where is it at? So there's Silk Touch, Soulbound, Teleportation, Unbreaking, and I could actually grab this if I held shift, of course, and get that higher level. But since I don't have a whole lot of Unbreaking in here, I'm only going to be able to get that. So for right now, we're going to keep that in here, but we need to get a higher level of enchanting. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep building. So what do I need to make more of these? Because I'm pretty sure what we need to do now is grab some end shelves, which require Dragon's Breath and also Dragon Heads and then Pearlescent. And I don't remember the full table that we'll need to make, but we do need to get Dragon's Breath. So what it means, I'm going to have to go fight the dragon. And I know Hostile Neural Networks is in here. I just do not know how to play that mod. Like, I've never messed with it. I could look into it. And I know we need, like, this stuff to actually... Or which one is it? So you can make, like, the lenses and stuff. I mean, we could look at this. Hostile Neural Networks. So I know we've got this thing, the Deep Learner. Let's see. Let's take it. Let's give it a little looks. Right? So we can grab a couple repeaters. And we'll grab this. Okay. So what does this do? No data model found. Please insert a data model. Your models will be trained when placed in the deep learner. In order to train the model, you must deliver the killing blow. Okay, so... do I have any hostile? I thought I had some of these guys. Maybe that's a different pack. I have no idea how to get them then. So I guess I might need to go kill a lot more creatures or something, maybe? Data? Yeah, I don't have any. So we wouldn't be able to even bother with this right now, I don't think. But again, then, I don't actually have any idea. There is no guide for this, right? Right-click on an entity to build a data model. Okay, so we need this thing to use, I guess. To the nether, I think. To the nether. Let me go try this. I'm no idea what I'm doing. All right, so I'm over here at the nether fortress. Ooh, loot. Hold on. I always get distracted by loot. Okay. Let's see if we can find a wither skeleton right here. Okay, so if I right-click on him. Okay, so I have one, which means that I need to then have a simulation chamber. So if I toss this guy in here, a charred skeleton, its bow did not survive the process, hunted for their skulls. Upgrade to basic and 6 kills. We have obtained a wither skeleton egg, and what I want to do is I actually want to grab a shulker spawner that I have in here. And this is the one that I was messing with the other day, where I told you that it wouldn't work. So what should happen is we could set this down. Since we have shulker eggs, like 2 of them, right? 2 of them? Yes, 2 of them. We should be able to do this. And this is our Silk Touch pickaxe. And let's grab a lever. And now what we should be able to do is quickly... Oh, actually, this thing tells me. So if I put this in the deep mob learning thing, this right here, the deep learner, this actually tells you on the top left what you actually need left. So we've got the basic model. So if we do this, no AI, right? So we can pound through these guys. All right, so we have a self-aware model. I don't know what that means, but we've done it. I've also caused a lot of lag to the server there for a second. I thought I was gonna disconnect, but apparently I was smart enough to turn the thing off real quick. So we didn't crash, but we did get 15 wither skeleton skulls from that as well. What is that achievement? Oh, obtain a sea shelf by the seashore, probably. All right. But we're going to toss away some of this stuff here. And now that we have a, whatever this means, the self-aware. Man, yeah, I am lagging. Let me relog. Alrighty, so we relogged. Let's see if we can actually grab the deep learner out of here now. So, grabbing the deep learner, if we can open this. So we've got the self-aware, which simulation costs 768 FE a tick. Okay. And what does this say down here? Self-aware, model accuracy 99.5. You cannot improve any further. All right, so now if we take hostile neural networks, so we've got the loop fabricator and the simulation chamber. I don't know what this is, but I'm guessing we need one of these. Or probably both of these, right? So we'll make a simulation chamber first. We're going to make a loot fabricator second. So netherite ingots. I did trade a Ender Surge gem with for 2 netherite ingots from Fallen, by the way. So I've got a little bit of netherite, so we should be able to make a loot fabricator. And then a simulation chamber, and then this, and let's grab a flux point. So this right here. And then we should be able to power this. I think we'll just quickly go place this over here in the actual warehouse area. Just for right now, we're not going to keep this here probably, but we will just set it down here. So I'm pretty sure both of these need power. Okay. And then we'll do power surge, bypass limit, all that jazz. And then we're going to toss this guy in here. Cannot begin simulation. Missing input. Prediction matrix. Okay, so we need what is called a prediction matrix. So hostile. Prediction matrix. Prediction. Is it this thing? Okay. So we've got these things. So we toss these in here. System energy levels critical. And, oh, am I just out of power because I'm charging my backpack? Or my jetpack? If this jetpack is definitely an energy killer. That is for sure. Where's my jetpack at? If I just toss this over here right now, it won't charge anything. So we should be good, hopefully. Oh, it's trying to charge this. All right, let me be right back. So one of the things that I want to take care of real quick with our power system is we don't have an external buffer. So basically what happens is whenever we need power, it's immediately coming out of the dynamos, right? So to fix this, I'm going to grab a thermal flux cell. And the other reason is because I already have the frame. And then if we have, I don't know, do we have a holding book? Let's go check the library. I am also really liking how we're doing these houses, by the way. I like this house. This little hut kind of thing. So we can actually upgrade this ourselves. So there's holding 5. Let's just go with that. I don't really need soulbound, but whatever. But this will hold now 3.5 million, and that is without an integral component addition, by the way. So you can add integral components to these. So if we look at integral, where are they at here? Let's just look up component. This thing right here. We can grab this, set this down, smack this in here, and now this holds 7 million RF. Of course, we can actually increase the output and input. We will want to grab some input and output stuff, but what I want to do is instead of having this here, I want to have this flux cell here, and then the left direction is input, so the blue, right's input, and then output on top. And then quickly before our system dies, at pipes, energy pipe, and then we're going to take out this. We're going to place this and this. Oop, nope, not there. Take out this, this, and this. And then this should be a 7 million buffer, right? So whenever we are kind of struggling to keep up power, for example, when my jetpack's charging, I should have a decent buffer, right? We do have like this 2 million, I think, right? The basic flux storage. Basic flux storage holds, yes, 2 million power. So this way we'll have 7 million here and then 2 million here, which will be a fantastic thing, right? Okay. And then I need to actually equip my jetpack before I can get out of here. But yeah, we should be able to quickly, get all that. Oh yeah, we also need to put the flux plug back, by the way. I completely forgot about that. Might not be a bad idea. So that way we can actually do wireless charging and actually sending power out. Alrighty. So hopefully we'll have enough power and reserve to actually charge the backpack a little bit better, especially when I'm not using it as much. But we are actually running. Okay. And then if I probably take my backpack off, or no, my jetpack's actually not charging right now. It's this. I don't know what's happening. It is panicking. So we have a wither skeleton prediction. What can we do with this? So if we put these in the loot fabricator, we can actually get different drops. Okay, so if I take these, I could say I want 3 wither skeleton skulls, and this will actually produce those. Okay, so I see what this is. I see this as being very, very useful. You also have these, the generalized nether prediction, which you can actually craft other stuff with. Or you could make a generalized ender prediction, which you can make nether stars, chorus fruit, end stone. Okay. And then there's like is there a recipe for these? So yeah, generalized overworld. Alrighty. And then the generalized overworld can be used to make what? Rotten flesh, spider eyes, carrots, iron, arrows, bones, gunpowder, prismarine shards, potatoes, grass, cobwebs. Okay. I mean, I see. This is actually pretty nifty. And I could probably figure out a way to automate this. I mean, it doesn't seem that hard because I've already set, the wither skeleton skulls. I think you would just need a loot prediction or loot fabricator for each one of these simulation chambers. So that is actually pretty cool. So we need to stand over in this corner, of course, to access the thing. But ender shelf or end shelf. Yeah, this thing right here. So we're going to need quite a bit of these. in all honesty. I kind of want to just grab as much as I can. So I can only grab 12 because I'm out of end stone. Let me pop over to the end island real quick. And then mine some end stone. We can just go this direction. Just pop under here for a second. I don't think people will mind me just mining the end island a little bit. For science. Okay. And then slash home. And then we should be good. Hopefully. Hopefully this should be enough, right? Okay. And we can then toss this in here. Yeah, because I forget you can't just toss back into the system. Alrighty. So, in shelf. Let's go for at least 20 of these. Okay, so there's 22. And I want to make 3 of these. And this may be nerfed since the last time I remember it. But we'll see. So then we want 2 of these. Okay. And then let's go over to the enchantment hut. I don't even know why I call it a hut. It's literally another house. It legitimately is. There's nothing I can do. All right. And then we're going to take the end shelves and go this direction. Doesn't really matter which way we place these, I guess. But kind of keeping them grouped together is always a good thing. And then pearlescent end shelves. Let's just keep those on the end cap here. Okay. So this has been changed since the last time I've seen this. Because this setup used to give you 100 on everything. So what that means is we're going to have to get quanta. Quanta. Okay, so these don't give... These just give less. Alright, so if we toss this back in here... So we need arcana and quanta. So we need to look at quanta. What is the best source for quanta? Okay, so wither skeleton skulls are actually, in fact, a good source of quanta. So let's quickly wither. Why am I typing end? Wither skeleton skulls. So I think we could probably put one here, put one here. Okay. And then probably... So I might want to recess this into the floor. So now if we take the pearlescent end shelves, we can just put them in the corners. Draconic. I kind of want to... We'll populate an entire side with those. And then end shelves. Okay. And I can't put any more here, right? This doesn't do anything for me. No, it doesn't really look like it does a whole lot for me. So let's get rid of those. And we'll grab wither skeleton skull, wither skeleton skull, wither skeleton skull, wither skeleton skull. So that should get quanta to 100%. So now we're missing arcana. So arcana. So this looks like we might need to get... Ooh. What do we need to get? So we could look at getting more pearlescent, but I don't even think that would work for us. I think we do need to get the actual heart forged, probably. That's what it looks like. I mean, we could try the pearlescent. I mean, that's not going to be a problem because we don't use these for that, right? Yeah, this is like Hearts of the Sea and everything. So if we place this here, maybe throw the shovel back in here. Yeah, we aren't really getting there. So we are going to need... How many end shelves do I actually even need here? Let's see. Where is that tool that I was using? This one? So, yeah, we still have everything to 100. So if I take out 1 and 2, where are we at still? Okay, so we do need that one. Okay, so we need both of these. All right, so we have a gap here. So what I need to do is I need to get some of these sea shelves, which means that we need pufferfish. Do I have pufferfish? And we can just try and craft one of these. No, we don't have any pufferfish. I keep running into one issue, and that is power. Every single time. I've been trying to get this done. And I think we could actually get Apotheosis shelf. If we look here, we could actually get a sea shelf. It looks like we'll need some water bottles, but we can grab some bottles here. But I keep running out of power, and I think I know how to solve that, but we're going to have to get into auto crafting, which I think we'll do next episode. Just because I want to be able to not have to worry about my jetpack being the bottleneck. So what I think I'm going to do is, instead of creating a lot of power for everything, I'm going to create one power source that basically is just going to charge everything in my inventory. That's the only purpose. And that's going to be one that will be constant, the best power source in the game, and everything else is not going to be powered by that because I want to mess with other things. So I think we'll kind of stick with that. So let's look at Apotheosis shelves again. So if we look at sea shelves, we want to get... So the problem with Heartforge, by the way, is that you will have rectification minus. So whatever rectification you have on here is going to be gone. So let's grab... Okay, where are we at? First things first. Where are we at with the actual stat we need? So if we toss in this backpack... Nope. I need something that's not enchanted. This thing? Okay. So we need 50 total. So we need 5 of these heat forged sea shelves. Okay. So we need 5 of them. We can then grab this, throw these in here, throw these in here. There's 3 of those. So what we should be able to do now is quickly toss this here, this here, this here. And if we toss in something we can enchant, we are down by 20. So we've only made 2, or we only made 3 of these, so we need 2 more. So I'm going to go look for some Heart of the Seas. I think we will be back next episode where we will get this complete. We probably won't get 100% rectification, but we are probably going to need to. I don't remember what rectification does, but we'll look at that in the future. But thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the T.A.C. SMP. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm kind of just running around a little bit more than I usually do in most episodes. But I think next episode we'll finish this up. And then I'm going to do some enchanting and stuff off camera using this library behind me. And actually, I don't think we can upgrade this, but can I break this and use this in here? No. So let's see. So you need, but no more than 10 than 50. So yeah, you need to have some pretty negative effects on this to actually get this one to be the Library of Alexandria, which I mean I probably could look into. But yeah, thank you guys. Stay awesome. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.